Hi, this is Chase Morrison with Resource Planning Solutions. We're a financial planning and reporting consulting company focused on providing services to emerging and mid-sized businesses. Our specialty is developing and implementing business performance solutions that enable our clients to achieve sustained value creation. Our solutions are targeted to improve financial planning and analysis, financial reporting, dashboard metrics, and project management tools. So if you have a feeling that you could improve your financial reporting and planning aspects of your business, give us a call. I'm sure we could help you out. You can reach us at the information below. You can check out our website at rpscgi.com or get a hold of us. Also, I'm going to be talking about flexible spreadsheet consolidation here today, and there's also a document out on our blog. Our blog is at rpscgi.wordpress.com. So you can check us out there. And again, talking about flexible spreadsheet consolidation. And now Excel does have a consolidation feature, but it's a little bit complicated. And I think this is really a better way to go about trying to consolidate spreadsheets. It has a couple requirements, but they are not too onerous. Basically, the big requirement that you're going to have to use this method of consolidating your spreadsheets is going to be that they all have to be formatted the same way. So you have to have the same information in the same cell on each worksheet within a workbook. So for example, here we're looking at a little model that I put together for doing some strategic planning. So in this model, I have three lines of businesses in this workbook. Each LOB is a separate worksheet. So you can see at the bottom I have LOB1, which is line of business 1, LOB2, LOB3. So each one of these represents parts of a larger consolidated business or different lines of business within a consolidated business. So as you look at the spreadsheet, you can see I have the revenue planned at row 13 here. And then my year one revenue is in column F. So cell F13 represents my year one total revenue for this line of business. So the way that I've set this up is that each of the other LOBs use the same template. So year one on LOB2 is at the same location, row 13, column F. Although in this example, there's no revenue in year one for this line of business. You can see it's year one is at the same cell, and year one is pertaining to say year one of the strategic plan. So if this was 2010 and we're doing a strategic plan, this would be the revenue we plan for. Generally, you do it 1 year out. It'd be 2011. It doesn't mean that this is year one of the existence of this line of business, but this is year one in the whole model. So anyways, LOB3 is the same thing. Year one is in F13, and then in my consolidation, I have the same number, or I have the same template, row 13, column F. So how do we do this? How do we do this consolidation? Well, if you're not using Excel's consolidation feature, most people are gonna, create a cell. I've just kind of gotten into this one tab here called Start. But if I wanted to add up year one of all the revenues or all of the cell F13s of the three worksheets, I could just do this. I could go in here and say that plus that gives me 250,000, which was LOB1's revenue, 250 million, and then I could just copy this across, and then I have this, I have all the years. But if your CFO comes in and says, "Hey, I'd like to see the financials without LOB3 in it," you're going to be going, "Oh no, I got to go in here and I got to change all these formulas." So you start with revenue, And so then that makes a change, and then you go across here, and then then you change it. But that's a pretty error-prone way of doing that, and it's kind of cumbersome. So with this approach, basically what you have to do is you have to create what I call these bookend worksheets within your file. So I've created two extra worksheets. One is called start and one is called end. You can call them whatever you want, begin and complete or whatever, but just for simplicity, I called it start and end. So what's going to happen is we're going to create a formula on our consolidation worksheet, and then it's going to be a sum formula, and that sum is going to sum across all these spreadsheets. So it's going to sum for year one, it's going to sum F13 on start. But since start is completely blank, see we're sitting here on start and there's nothing at F13. So you want the two bookends to be completely blank, but it is going to add whatever's on F13 for the start worksheet plus the LOB1, LOB2, LOB3, and then end. So it's going to add everything across there for F13. So over here, this is how you set the formula up. It was there. I'll just recreate it. It's pretty simple. You just say sum, start, end. You need an apostrophe, and you just say F13. Enter, and there's the 250K. And then you can see here, as I go down, it's the same. Just it's a relative reference formula here that's looking at H or G, H, I, J, all in the same formula, looking across all the worksheets. So that's pretty simple. I didn't have to go through each worksheet and create a reference to that cell in some formula. Here I can just say, hey, just reference everything in between start and end for F13. But here's where it becomes really powerful in that let's say the CFO again comes in and says, hey, I want to see what happens when I eliminate line of business 13 out of my consolidation. How does that impact my consolidated financials over here? So currently in year five, we have 23,250,000 in revenue. And if we go to LOB 13, LOB 13's part of that is 2,250,000 in year five. So in order to take that out of my consolidation, all I have to do is use my mouse and drag that worksheet out beyond that bookend. And it can be either in front of the start or the end. It just needs to be outside of the end and the start. So now it's just going to be totaling what's in between start and end, and that's just LOB1 and 2. So if I go to my consolidation worksheet, you can see it's now less than it was before by 2,250,000. It was 23,250,000 before we made the change. So now if we want to change it back, we just kind of drag that back in there and voila, there it is. It's added back in. And I mean, it's just that fast. And this is a pretty big spreadsheet. Every one of these cells is getting updated, instantaneously that is a function of LOB13. So this is just a really powerful way of setting up your consolidations where you don't have to be so tied to formulas that reference each one of the spreadsheets. So hope you found that helpful. Give us some feedback if you like. We'd love to hear from you. Check out our website again at rpscgi.com. Also, we documented the use of this. I mean, it's pretty straightforward, but we put it out on our blog so you can take a look at it if you want to read it. If that's a little bit easier, you can take a look at that too. Uh, Otherwise, have a good day, and we hope to hear from you. Bye-bye.